Something fishy's going on here. Something real fishy's going on here. Hey, it's the weekend on the weekend. Hold on. Nope, I'm not gonna stomp around talking to people on the phone like the guy here. I'm gonna go outside like a normal person. That guy stomps around the McDonald's. I hate it, man. I hate it. I hate it so much, but it's okay. It's like a test of my wisdom. What's up, everybody? We're doing a day stream. We got a day stream today. It's getting too crazy. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know. Did they put something in the water this week? This has been the weirdest time of the whole time I've been here. We have. Yep. So I called it, first off. I came over here because there was a demonic crow energy. So I could call the crow. What he's doing is everyone that's in this McDonald's. He has to circle me. He's going around in circles around the McDonald's. I don't know what it is. Oh shit, look, they got one of these old people candies. I don't know if they're old people candies, but that's what they call. I don't know what else to call them. Yeah, everyone's staring people down, twitching. I'm feeling it all like jumping, like attached to me. And then they try to siphon it all out. See, I told you the crow's gonna circle. I told you. I predict the. What did Conor McGregor say? I predict these things. I predict these things. It's all mycelial network energy. It's all spiritual Bitcoin. So that they can attach and then try to make you. They basically, what it seems to me, is that these people try to dump. Everybody's trying to dump all their bad stuff, so they can get filled up with the good stuff, and they try to rape and steal emotions to use because they're possessed by parasites that are keeping them very fat. You know, did you see that? Did you get? Let me know if you saw it. Basically, I held a high vibration. She looked at me. There was a connection of high vibrational light, and she immediately grabbed a handful of garbage and stuffed her face like a cartoon character, like in a panic as a response to the energy that I had just kind of expressed. This high vibrational light I found earlier, which caused the world to attack me, which pushed it further in and made it more dense. Look, a dog has emerged. So while I'm standing here, I can feel when people look at me, I can feel it. When people talk about me, I can feel it. I used to, it used to be a lot worse because I was like more acutely aware of it because I hadn't, my diet wasn't so garbage, and I had a safe place to sleep at night. But there is something that's possessing these people. It's puppeting them. It's causing me to walk like the robots do. But if you just look, and escape out of it, it's hard. While I'm here talking about it, it makes it more difficult because it's better if you're quiet. Because you should only really be talking to manifest because you're casting spells when you speak. You're spelling. But there's a lot of shit. So I'm doing I guess I'm repeating the behavior I didn't like. There was a guy that was walking around talking to, but he goes in. This is what the manager here does. The manager here. So it's not cold. You just saw I just stood out here fine. Had a nice conversation. This guy will get on the phone and he'll walk around just talking about whatever, anything. But he does it slowly and he does it loud. And he'll just get real close to people and he'll start talking over them. It must be like a power play for him, right? Try to steal bandwidth or energy or something. So it's lunchtime. I might put it in on the app though. Yeah, I'll put it in on the app. You know me just hanging out. This is what I bought today with the last of my money. Because I was kicked out of the place that I was at peace at as soon as I found peace. So when I was at war fighting every day, everyone left me alone. But as soon as I figured it out and I was calm, finally the crow showed up and screamed, and then the creep showed up, and then the cunts, and now we're here with the corruption, the chaos, and the crackheads. So the corruption is like the power plays, or when you're stuck in a power game. But I got an orange cream notebook. I got pens. So when I have ideas, which is they're not coming to me right now, but because they were coming to me, and then the guy came out of here and he just stood right here, pretty much yelling at the phone, stomping around me, trying to steal it from me. So I said, "You can't believe you're stealing emotional wealth and not believe in karma." And he walked around, stomping around, yelling at his phone instead of going outside in front of all the customers, stomping around all the customers. And it reminds me of Thanksgiving 2 years ago when I used to go through grocery stores and Instacart. So I'd be picking up like 4 or 5 people's dinner at once. So I had 2 phones. And the manager used to follow me around the same way that these guys do. You're going to see it in a minute. I'm meditating in public, and then the demonic energy attached to the parasites in these people's fat bodies. It gets really mad. Yeah. I, the music that plays is like I'm in a zoo or I'm in an amusement park ride or a Truman Show, and they're personally caretaking the playlist to fit my emotional state so that while I'm sitting here, like I'll change my mind about something and I'll focus on something else, and then the song will change to fit the vibe that I just set. I'm trying to see what they do. They came out and stomped around me, did a bunch of power game. Yeah, I can call it. Because I think that you might be mopping. Yeah, how are we feeling? It's the higher I raise my vibration, the more we have the people stomping around angry. And then that head put down, that's the parasites controlling them. They're possessed. And I am halfway. Like I just tune it out, which probably isn't healthy. So I won't realize that they're what they're doing. But until this whole place has skylights and plants, So imagine there's tons of plants on the side and there's skylights and fresh air is being pumped in from the outside and the windows are open. Until then, they're literally possessed. Run away. Baby, you don't understand what I'm going through. It's only me. What you got to lose? Make up your mind. Tell me what are you supposed to do? It's only me. I don't have any money to go anywhere. I did another round of trying to get hired at places, and they didn't get back to me, and they just got worse. Yeah. So they came out here to attach me to the network, and then they tried to steal all my energy. So I came here feeling really good and happy, full of emotion, excited, and I had a creative thing that I was doing, and they tuned into it. So it doesn't matter what body or what they got going on. They're all attached to the same thing, and then they play sexual games. It's a really schizophrenic thing to say. Like pretty much, I'm like a level 5 schizo at this point. Because I'm like, I used to hear people talk like this, and I'm like, what the fuck you on about? And then I'm like, oh, now I get it. They've just suffered longer than I have, and they kept their mind woke. And when you do that, you either have like this awareness that you have a higher level of reality forces you to make a choice. Like, are you going to go down the good road or the bad road? So these are like, it's white pride. That's all it is. It's white pride. They're trying to assert their narrative over the environment. It's subconscious, which is why they're having the conversation in front of the camera, because they're possessed. So this is for you guys. When you call them out, this levels to it. So if you raise the vibration and you brought awareness to it, if you kind of call them out, it goes into like the next level, which happened to me today, where they organized and there was an organized attack that forced me to leave the place I was at before this. Because it's revelations. They can't recognize that they're mad at me for talking. But they don't care when their manager stomps around and stomps around all the customers, yelling at the phone. But if I talk like this, you see how they're trained? They're trained at me. Trained where they're already looking at me before they even know I'm here. So they're turning the corner and their eyes are already like they're locked in, like a NPC. You know how they lock onto the target? Like the GTA police. So I mean, I got to show you live. I got to show you live what it looks like. Where they use the observer to try to take over their mind. They came over and tried to do a bunch of games. Then they got right in the way. So that you were forced to be a part of it. And then they tried to suck all the life force energy out. See? I don't know. Now, how are you doing? That's good. Let me know. No, I'm trying to get 155 to get the guitar, and then a gym membership is like $60. Then, I think the song is this the You Don't Know How Beautiful You Are. Everyone else in the room can see it. Everyone else but me. Like nobody else, the way that you figure it gets me overwhelmed. The ground it ain't hard to tell. You don't know. You don't know you're beautiful. You saw what I can see. You'd understand. It's not bad. It's a pretty good song, man. I don't think I'd play it on my own. I wouldn't play it personally, but I can recognize it's a pretty good song. I think that if Tail Cruz or like Kanye sang it, everybody would be like, this is the next level. This is genius. If Kanye sang this song, they would love the song because it's One Direction. No. I'm probably the only one in this building that's ever been to a nightclub, that's ever been on South Beach, Miami, that's ever been in a. I wasn't in a shootout, but I've been in a shootout. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't the one getting shot at or shooting, but I was in between both of them. Down in Albany. But I like it here. It's just there's this line where you can appreciate it because they have this innocence, but that innocence of not knowing suffering and pain causes them to live in this delusional power game with each other. It's unbearable to people that have really gone through stuff. The lack of accountability where they play power games all day, but they can't recognize that the cause of their unhappiness is their own decisions. Your hand gets me overwhelmed. It's a zombie apocalypse. It's a zombie apocalypse full of energy vampires. Pride is the devil. You saw it? They're getting possessed by an AI and then they go on attack mode and they walk around trying to hit each other. That made him real mad. That made that guy real mad when I said being possessed by an AI. They're getting triggered. So when you bring awareness to what they're doing, they go in panic mode. Nah. Then let's tune it out. Does that sound like a Nickelodeon show? Doesn't that sound like Nickelodeon, guys? Doesn't that sound fake? They couldn't recognize the subconscious chase down. You saw that? years of delusion, when in reality, there's a viciousness. There's a viciousness. I'm just waiting. I'm gonna get some food. It looks like the bus is here on the weekend, so maybe I'll try to plead and beg for them to give me a ride 10 miles to the next town where all the college kids are at that do coke. Some of these entitled people. Every day is a ritual for them, where they go to work and it's just trying to steal emotional wealth and then use it to emotionally transmit energies through sexual lines. It's been a long night here, long night there, long, long, long I don't know. I'm sure when you work long enough, you just tune out the other stuff, so they don't even understand what they're doing because they've tuned it out so long. And they call that discipline. But to me, I'm experiencing the whole thing at once. Oh, I'm gonna get some food. Drinking from that unholy grail. There's two buses here. There's some ritual going on. And my connection to the forest is pretty broken. Usually it's really strong. But something's going on back in my tent right now. And I can feel them severing my connection to nature that usually I tunnel through here. And I'm able to express the nature vibes. But I guess they've been trying. Okay, this is important. This is for whoever's watching. Let's see if I can call out what happens. Yep. I told you it's important. Green truck going right to left. Okay, bring it firefighter. This guy's picking up his stuff. Paranoid. He cut through. I didn't show. Damn, I didn't show you at the end. Oh, it was important, but it's okay. I had to show you what it's like to the way he cut through everybody. That caused him to talk louder because he felt that in relation that there was a high level anointing. That guy came in. This guy doesn't have it. This guy's kind of out of it. He's delusional. He probably drinks. No, there's just a big group of them. That's why. So now you can see that in contrast, you see the speed, the narcissism coming off of him, the pride, the white pride, and the comfortable delusion that they're allowed to feel powerful, and if you challenge it, they'll use the hive mind against you because there's too many white people. So that guy was paranoid and panicking because he's on the opposite side of the spectrum. You saw how he cut through very respectfully, where he wasn't trying to stun on anybody. And that's what triggered the guy, but because these guys are still stuck in it, it's about vibration. So I just rose my vibration, and that's why you saw his shoulders puffed out and his head went darker. I was talking about, is this Tail Cruz? Burn, 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 burn. Is this Dynamite? Wasn't I just talking about Tail Cruz? If he sung Dynamite, or if he sung One Direction? I just talked about it. I'd get mad. Yeah. It's the high vibrational energy gets him. Because I don't play the same games. I'm from where you pretend to be from. You heard me? Please close, even we're on end. You don't know people like the sound of night. Okay, so this is a good lesson, at least. So you can see that they still have it. It must be genetic. It must be genetic. You hear me talking like I'm Irish now? My Irish was triggered. My Irish got triggered. That's good. It's good content. We should hopefully. No, you notice how these guys flooded in after the. There are two people of color that work here, and they both left before we got swarmed. And then right before we got swarmed, there was that one contrasting character that came through to show the right way to be, so that I could highlight the wrong way to be, which is good. I'm trying to show you. It's the way they use their eyes. Is that these guys are judgmental. They judge each other because that creates a barrier, and then they play games. And I'm shooting this high vibrational light that's bothering them because it's not culturally appropriate. But in the woods, they love it. The squirrels get overjoyed, and the birds will flock to that energy. But I think that there's a system that's blocking them, so they try to protect each other from the mycelial light. What are these? What are these, man? No, I called it. I said 2 songs ago that Tail Cruz is gonna come up. No, I'll wait. I'll wait till it dries. Oh, celebrating in my life. Nah, he thought he could try me. He's still trying. He thinks he's protected by the police, man. What do they see? This is what they see. If you were to walk in, this is what they'd see. Think I look normal? Think I look normal? The station is popping today. No. Saturday night. Pray for the wicked. It's playing Pray for the Wicked. It's Saturday night. I swear to God, I ain't never gonna repent. Mother, can I get another amen? Mother being the goddess that they pray to, the Macmillan's divine feminine. Rhiannon, the Celtic goddess of light. Cernunnos, the Irish god of the wild, the pagan gods that they do in Hollywood. When the Irish would use Hollywood to cast spells on people to make them act according to the character they set, they would control each other with it. But that's just some cultish symbolism that I figured out after I drove my car 90 miles an hour into a pole and the airbag didn't go off, and I was miraculously fine. But since then, I've had this ability to perceive reality at a much higher level. But it took a lot of work. Yeah, so this guy's still playing the power games. You can see that he's twitching like this. Similar that I talk about the nose thing. It's demonic possession. He's possessed. For whatever reason, it could be porn addiction, it could be racism, it could be systemic pride and prejudice, it could be just general insecurity because he's short, it could be just a bad upbringing. But he's playing that power game with each other. You can see him trying to flex his jaw and all that shit. See him call it out, and then he has to be over with me. Who knows? Who knows what people got going on? Nah, nah. It's gonna be this way until they start putting plants in buildings. Until they have plants in here to mediate, everyone's just gonna play power games with each other all day. That was cool. As long as I keep the vibration high, I can literally smell the people that come through. Like I knew it was that guy before he even got around the corner. You saw that episode of Power that Kendrick Lamar was in, where he talked about how he could smell the type of leather that 50 Cent was wearing from around the corner. I don't know. Does it make me a high level crackhead? I don't know. I've been able to predict which song was going to play for the past like 6 songs. POV. So usually, no, I'm on FaceTime. I have to change a thing, the world can change times. You guys notice? What? You still here, bro? No, it popped up and disappeared. I get it. No, no, I don't even like Miami anymore. I don't want to go to a city. It lost its allure. New York City used to be so diverse. It was like every single person was completely different, and every block was a whole different world. It was a cultural cesspool where everywhere was different. It was a labyrinth of experience. It was like how people describe DMT trips. They're just walking down the block in New York. Now they're all the same. You're either part of the AI or you're not. It just seems fake. No, 'cause I never fit in with that. I've I've always known I was here to make a difference. Like I knew that I had to create something that would be expressed that would change the world, and it would be sort of a reflection where everywhere I went, people kind of see themselves through me, and I had the freedom to be whatever I wanted because I had the common sense and humility. And then I found out later that's called the 34 Life Path, North Node and Leo. I mean, she likes me. She likes me. She was in. I thought she was in the bathroom for 30 minutes. Animals like animals. Animals like animals. Yeah, so I looked up the Taurus rising. You have a Taurus rising, It means that most of your past lives were as animals. So it makes sense. You can pretend it is me, but no. Look at my son. People look around. Me, but no. I used to perform at Oakledge to hundreds of people every night for 2 months. I had like, I think I had, at one point, I had 8K followers, and my stories every night would get about 3,000 people. And I was working with people that had like, that were signed to Interscope. A lot of the people I used to work with have, like a guy I used to make beats for went on tour with NLE Choppa, and now he's the biggest artist in Maine right now. And I just met him at a house party. But it was like I was forced to be. They're just insecure people play power games. That's all it is. In Ireland, when somebody talks, everyone else starts talking with them, and they all hype each other up like a wildfire. In America, you just have insecure people stomping around trying to assert control over the environment. You feel me? hmm There's the guy that I called out for being possessed, right? Trying to separate because the girl like me. It is what it is, guys. I already read it. I read it, bro. You're saying is it hard to fit into society? And the thing is, I never wanted to, because I'm interesting, because I stand out. That's how I was made. She likes it. She likes it a lot. People don't know how to do it. That's what makes them mad. They're relentlessly trying to assert control to steal the vibe. What do you think you're gonna do? No, he's just trying to steal the environment. They think they're soldiers. They're trying to steal the emotional and energetic bandwidth. You know what I'm saying? The obese, ugly, and insecure will always hate. They're playing all my old favorite songs before I moved out of Vermont. What you want? Eventually, I want a sandwich. You know, how would you describe it? hmm No, I like women. What do we do about it? No. No, I don't like that. I'm trying to pull you down. Yeah, but what are the crows? That's where I'm at right now. Why are crows the only bird that seems to be angry at other people's happiness and kind of weaponized to destroy it? I'm just waiting on Battle. It's like a vortex. Like that shit. You're not from here? You said your government. No, I have PTSD, bro. I see their angst as a challenge. 'Cause I'm used to fighting crackheads in the forest. You know what I'm saying? Just sucks for them. No, they told me I'm like a mirror where the people that respond to me are responding to the things they don't like about themselves. And I'm the test. They just might do drugs. Trying to empathize, but it sucks because he's so snotty. There's a snotty little weasel in there. You know, little weasel, I'm in control. He thinks he can intellectually stunt on people. There we go. No, you can't stomp around the McDonald's trying to assert your territory and not believe in divine intervention. You're gonna get your karma, bro. I get to witness the people that stunt and play those stupid power games get their karma. I'm excited. But it told me for 6 years. It's just a waiting game. Because right now, to be famous in the world, you have to do a lot of bad stuff. The people only value you and want you in that position if you do bad things. So everyone's waiting for the world to change so they can promote the right people. I'm like an anthropologist. They're going to try to play another game. Desperate attempts at stealing the authority of the environment. That's all they want. They're just playing stupid games. So they were trying to go to the connection that I have to the forest. And they try to block the way, because that's where I was getting the vibes from. Like I pointed out earlier in the video. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. That's why I want to ride 40 deep. Then if there's 40 of us in here, imagine if there was 40 of us. Because the police come at me because they think I'm alone. So if we had 40 people with cameras, you think they'd think it was a? Would they consider us domestic terrorists? Because at this point, I'm trained. I'm trained. I'm able to at least go to City Hall and get through to the mayor. Like I can at least audit public officials. I might be able to do traffic stops, but I need a tripod, and you need a one of those hard plastic cases around the phone. Yeah, it might be good. It might be in college. But I know it won't fly when they leave. You can't be this way after college. They try, and then they'll get whittled down until they're destroyed. They took the low road. I get to beat the test. I've been through so much on the literal test, guys. One of their spirit guides told me to stop. Yeah, he's getting mad. He's getting mad in this. I hope they can recognize that they're possessed. Oh, you make me feel right. I've been locked out of heaven for too long. Oh, oh, oh. It's imagine. I don't know. I run master classes, bro. I go down to Miami and train hundreds of people. I literally go down to South Beach with 100 people and walk South Beach. I'm probably like everything that I think that everybody that comes around me needs to learn something I have to teach. That's my day. I pretty much just walk around all day and help people. Like there's a kid in the dollar store over there. I built him an Etsy store, and he's making a lot of money selling jewelry. And I haven't asked him for anything. I want to work on getting him copyright first. No. The lesson here is the same one I needed to learn. Is that if you don't like it, leave. If you don't like it, leave. I hate it. I don't like doing it. I don't like that. It's a hard truth. There we go. You notice all the red trucks? Red, gray, red. You can't see it. It's been all red trucks this whole time. Red car after red car after red car. and now there's a blue one. Once I call it out, there's a blue one. They're still trying to take it, bro. I'm still trying to take it. It's that spell work. Because they're entitled. I'm the answer to your prayers. So I was just helping my friend Ryan make his music studio. I was it's fun. So today I talked to 3 different Ryans. I talked to my friend Ryan down in Wilmington about making a music studio, and then I helped my friend Ryan with his gym membership. And I think I just post did I post shot for shot tonight or last night? Or was it this morning that I posted shot for shot featuring Ryan White? The demon's trying to block it. There you go. He's possessed. They're so mad. My phone's stuck on Zoom. How's the vibe in the city? This town is like 2,000 people, but it's near a college town and it's near a ski resort. So they're probably here for skiing. Most of the people that come through here, which is why they like this. I'm gonna hop off for a second and hop back on so I can order my food. I'll be right back. I'm back real quick just to prove that when the emotional siphoning couldn't work, because I moved to the McDonald's app, so I was no longer processing all the emotions from people trying to steal. This guy that's continuously trying to assert the boundary. When I moved to the McDonald's app and was no longer a part of it, so I couldn't siphon them, the forest couldn't siphon me. They were like, okay, it's time to go. Demonic puppet still going. You're playing, you're gonna die young. Nope. It's gonna be mosquitoes with vaccines or a nuke. They're either gonna dump mosquitoes with vaccines until we die, put us to an artificial intelligence, or the mycelial network will take control and evolve our genetics to a point where we're connected back to Gaia, the Earth. But until then, we have a bunch of these little dorks. These little fucking dorks. This is a master class for you guys in asserting your boundaries. So when that woman walked by, you can just smell it. Their spirits jump off it and try to attach to me. That's why she stopped. Because it's all about me. When you're, it's levels to it. So it's not, people are like, they see you when you're blessed. And they assume that you didn't have to go through anything and that there's no bad repercussions for being blessed. It's that you can't have friends and you can't go anywhere without being attacked. You have to be you're in a position to teach. You have you have to be the lone wandering ranger. But that's a 33 life path. It means I've been through everything else. This is all I'm here for. I came here to break my people from their chains, tell jokes, and get laid, and make my name last as long as my last name. That's good. There you go. And they always follow the pattern of the music. Right here. Yep. So they're gonna go waste that. All the energy they took from me, all that high level bandwidth, that ancient wisdom, that millennia of experience, embedded in my genetic code and my ancient bloodline that they tried to siphon off to copy, and they were only here until I shut up. Once I stopped talking because I went to go put the order in, they were like, "It's time to go." So those guys can have it for like they probably won't even be able to make it out of the parking lot with it. They're gonna try, but the crows will be on them because the crows are tracking that signature, and those guys don't know how to use it. They're putting diode. What? I'm the test. Those guys are gonna get punished, bro. They're gonna get punished. Okay, let's get my food. I'll be right back. Let's see if my crows are still here. Or did the crows follow those kids out? Yeah, they're following. So the crows have disappeared because they're following the blessing, the light that those kids tried to steal. So the crow will be wherever those kids are. And I can predict that. So now they're going to see me as the NPC. Like I saw everybody else as the NPC because they're trying to take it from me. Now I'm behaving like the people in the node that were trying to take it from me. It's kind of standing around them unintentionally because I didn't realize that I was being led to bother the chosen ones. But it's not, it's just the energy. There's Leo's right there. I'm unintentionally scratching my back like a bear. So I'm embodying the bear archetype. I'm gonna put an order in for a McChicken. Like I was spiritually robbed. Like I was drained by vampires. POV. You got used in a satanic ritual. But I lead people through them. I've led hundreds of people through them. So let's look. I just want to show you guys how my face has changed. If you go back through, and you can see the differences in my face every day. There's a method to my madness. I have a plan, guys. I have a plan. I might move over there. Poop. Yep. Yeah. Buy it real quick. Pride is the devil. Think you got a hold on me. No. No. No, I actually need this for refills. Watch, they do free refills here. Robot. They have a wet floor sign. I'll wait. Do I look Irish? My subconscious has been hacked and rewired. My fault, my fault. My subconscious. Yeah. Here's the thing though. So I've learned, I had the gift of having to learn all of this completely on my own after being in complete isolation as a child. So I had to do it. There's a very weird mix. There's a lot that goes into how special and different I am. And the general consensus is that I'm really not supposed to be here like a normal person. I'm supposed to operate from the treetops. It's funny. Now that I'm older, it's nice. Now that I'm older, I can recognize kind of where I was in the past and see it. It makes me appreciate how far I've come. It's almost like I can see what people are missing in the grand scheme of things. It's all solved by fasting sunlight probiotics. That's so funny. Good for that guy. He'd still get his ass whooped. Like that would not fly in Schenectady. They might embrace him for a little while. Maybe the world is different now. Who knows? Yo, yo. Can I get a refill? Root beer.
Yeah.
And could I get And could I get ranch? One ranch. Cool. Yeah, you got it. You got it. I just want one ranch that I can raise a. I don't know what degree I need to be able to get. I want to be able to go volunteer up in the North Pole to raise polar bear cubs. I want to hang out with polar. Gotcha. No, I'm probably gonna get 3 or 4 different sandwiches. Can you imagine if there was 40 of us here? Imagine if I turned around and there was 40 people that are all wearing suits of armor, like custom designed merch, and are all trained in First Amendment auditing, doing YouTube pranks all day, traveling around making life fun and better for everybody. 40 deep with the members.
Got 286.
I'd probably grow to hate it. Like I'd have to split off a lot from the group. That's what I want. This is my favorite.
You have a good Christmas?
This is my favorite part. When they all love each other.
That's all I've been doing. Even when I come to see me, that's all we do. Eat, and then we get up.
But they only do it. It's really rare. Thank you, man.
Enjoy.
It's rare for them to behave that way. But it's what makes me like them. Okay. We're hanging out. We are hanging out while I eat my meal. We're doing a mukbang. What do you want? Do you want more social commentary? Do you want me to tell you what's going on? Do you want me to describe what's happening in the spiritual level, or do you want me to mukbang and talk to chat? Should I put? Should somebody pin my Cash App? I see people on here that are in their 40s and homeless that are picking up like sometimes they get $200 a night, and they're only doing it for 8 hours, and they don't even talk to the chat. They just sit there. Let me know if you guys can hear me through this microphone. Check, check, check. Did everyone hear? Did everyone hear that whole conversation? Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Can you guys hear what I'm doing when it was down here like this? Did you guys pick up that whole thing? Because that was a lot of good content. Look how it left me. Kind of fucked. Like my whole face is sunken. Usually there's like my forehead's protruding, and my brain is kind of flexed. Come on, bitch. Sorry, I got the wrong headphones. There we go. We're having a mukbang, guys. We're gonna see who pops in. Let me know if you can hear me. I probably muted you on accident. On accident. The thing I don't like about it, get fucking lost. There's a ghost. It's knocking down my phone. Love is clear to see. Stay with me. You can hear? You can hear Timmy Tinkles? Cool. How you doing, Timmy? We're just hanging out. It's a weekend. It's after Christmas. We're just seeing how people are feeling. Doing some social commentary, I guess, on where people are at. They're still trying, but the ritual's been done. They did the energy transference ritual to the demons that were possessing those kids. So they initially came out, and all the workers tried me. I told you I have that high anointing, so the manager came out directly. And then when the manager was done trying to get me, then the workers slowly trickled out and tried me. Once I beat the worker ritual was over, then they sent in the demonic kids. So that's all. I don't know why, but I know it happens so much that I can predict it. So it must be to teach, or maybe it's just so that aliens in 1,000 years that watch these back, the same way that we look back at the pyramids, that's who I make content for. Because if we were live streaming to some universal consciousness right now, to something that operates outside of space and time, that's watching us all the time, everywhere, all at once, always, beings that live in the multiverse outside of time and space, this would be like a stepping stool. They'd have to, in order to graduate, you need to have read the Book of Casey and taken in all of his ancient wisdom at once by living through his entire life as a spectator in his life, which to them would be like a snap. Like maybe the Maya and the unawareness that we have is that we don't realize that not only are we us, but we're everything. Like the God that we are everyone is all the things that are looking through us as well. So when I tell you that I spend like 16 hours a day in this world, it's a lot of fighting to maintain against everything, but it's also like I see a lot of shit, and all the stuff that I'm doing is growing into my hair. So my hair has withstood the storm and has grown into armor that keeps me with this little bubble. I wish I could find somebody that can articulate it the way that I do, so that I could have a conversation with what it's like in somebody else's consciousness. People that can accurately describe what is going on in their life, in their mind, from an observant spectator perspective, so I can get a judge of what it is for other people. Because for me, did you guys hear that? Blip came in. Let me know if you can. Blip came in and said that these people are nodes for my subconscious mind, the representations of me processing, so that my oversoul is processing all these problems. Then the person right next to me says, "Did you make the GoFundMe yet?" I've been holding off on making a GoFundMe for 8 months. I tried it once. I made like 10 GoFundMes and I tried to push it every single day, saying like, if I can get to a point where I can get a computer, portable power station, guitar, second phone, e-bike conversion, pull-up and dip station, and then maybe a down payment at least once I have merch I can pump, like a clothing store, clothing company. I think these people are, I don't think these people are real. Yeah. When I was channeling like that to try to pump Sagittarian stuff, like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. That woman over there, man, stop. Every time these songs come on, I'm getting flooded with memories of my childhood from 10 years ago. My memories are my favorite meal that I can eat forever and they never go away or get old. A lot of people can listen to a song until the song wears down and then it gets old and boring because of everything that I've been through. I can just play the same memory. It's just who I am. I can play the same song over and over and over and over and over again for like 12 hours, and I never get bored of it. I just add more to it and appreciate it more and look more in depth. And I do that with my memories, and I do that with other people, and I do that with animals. It's just I have this ability to appreciate things without losing interest in them. I'm gonna shapeshift right now. Watch. Out of fear, the narcissist tries to control others. But most of my signs are in Aquarius too. A world of people with their third eye closed. All these people are afraid to open their third eye if they're real. So when I open my third eye and I send that frequency out, they all try to steal it for themselves. Because they know take everything and hoard it and then leave and get home and then appreciate all the spoils that you took. It's it's um it's Sagittarian energy. So it's like this rational, disassociated, vivid fire. It's so cool, man. To have a Mars Aquarius and a Venus Scorpio as a Sagittarius. I wouldn't want to be anybody. I can see why they would make me to become an influencer so that everyone could be like me. I know it hurts, but you gotta understand the love and know your worth. Like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again. Do you ever feel beautiful? Beautiful. Do you ever feel really very deep? Feel the thing you ever feel. You just gotta ignite the light and let it shine. Just hold the night like the 4th of July. Baby, you're a fire. What you want? Oh, 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 see the across the sky. You want? I want 40 Irishmen here. Irishmen drunk singing sea shanties. It's like I'm a fish out of water. Every time I sing, I feel like there should be 40 Irishmen singing with me, like we used to sing sea shanties. He's trying to attach to me. Rainbow, you are. He needs me to free him. You can be anything except who you don't want to be. He's mad. Ignite the light and then shine this home Like a force of you. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you worth. I'm Sagittarius. I'm freed by the traps they try to put in my life. No, he's trying to attack me. He's trying to attack me, guys. Ah, ah, ah. Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon. Like you. I love being me, man. I don't know what polite is. You gotta leave them all. Even brighter than the moon. I'm gonna wake up next to you. No, he tried to attack me, so I took the energy, and now he's mad. But he's mad at his own unhealthiness. So now he has to come try to assert his territory. Free, ever-loving passion of a Sagittarius. Oh, it's Mike Posner. Vici, I was cool. When I finally got sober, felt 10 years older, but fuck it, it was something to do. I'm living out in LA. I drive a sports car just to prove I'm a real big baller, cause I made $1 million, but I spent it on girls and shoes. You don't wanna be high like me, never really known why like me. Sit up on roller coasters all alone. You don't wanna ride the bus like me, never knowing who to trust like me. Stuck up on that stage singing, stuck up on that stage singing. All I know, a sad song, sad songs. They hate passion. They hate realness. It's like scratching on a chalkboard for them. That's why they're getting mad. Sad song. She was so happy a minute ago. They're on kill mode. They're on kill mode, guys. A sad song. There's got to be somewhere in the world where this energy makes people hype and makes people excited and happy for the future, and they don't try to hurt everyone around them. But that's why I get all the energy. I know, sad song. What's crazy is they hate when I talk like this, but they will start cackling and screaming at each other, and they will not give a fuck about who hears. They will talk loud. They will talk over people. They stomp. They honk their horn. When they drive by the homeless person, they speed their car up so it makes a loud noise. They rev their engine. They lie and they weaponize the police against people they don't like. And they do all that, all this extra shit. Like me, they got a roller coaster alone. So that guy did a ritual where he went outside and tried to use everybody else around him to take and suck in all the bandwidth to attach it to himself. So he could hold it in and feel powerful because he felt like I took his stuff. So now that he did that, his next ritual is to go in there and hide and then try to download it into himself so that he can come out. So when I show you how he comes out, he's going to come out like a soldier going to war because he thinks he needs to use it to steal all the bandwidth in the room. I know, sad song. I know, sad songs. Let me know if I'm tone deaf. Am I tone deaf, guys? I know, sad songs. I didn't show him. I missed it. I missed it. Has to go back on me. You know, just using quantum physics to teach people how to be compassionate. Right? Like a G6. Now I'm feeling so fly like a G. Isn't it weird? This is the reptilian shit. The people that are stuck in the matrix have eyes and they go like this all the time. It's because their third eye isn't open and they don't have enough boundaries and they didn't stay quiet long enough in the forest to build themselves back up and have boundaries and the discipline to hold it all in, bitch. I knew I was destined. I could break 500 records of insanity Guinness. I got fake friends begging for forgiveness and I'm known to get violent. I get all these small towns wilding because I stay down and I grind. It's got me higher than a pilot, but I'm still a motherfucking flight risk. I couldn't give a fuck if all you bum bitches bite this. Try and come and fight me. Get stuck in that silence. I killed all my anxiety. I ain't afraid of sirens. I could play your heartstrings like a violinist. I got food. I go out and feed these seagulls. Treading water, Navy SEAL, cause Mac taught me staying still will get you killed. I just keep it real, give them something to make them feel. Killing COVID, skipping meals, trying to find my way to feel. So this is how I used to look when I first would do this, and I was so confused about what's happening, and I had no skills because I was traumatized. I used to look like this. I used to look like this. Now I'm feeling so fly like a G. It'll be different in the future. It'll be nice. Just wait. I'm fly like a G6, bitch. You know me. My hands are already up. I need to buy more food. Where's my army, guys? Where's my army? I was promised an army. I was promised an army in 20. Oh, she's. Oh my god. Is it an old lady? These old ladies be hitting the gym. I'll tell you that much. These old ladies be hitting the gym. I was like, oh my god. Turns out she's 85 years old. I'm just a fly on the wall. I'm just tired of carving my own path. I'm carving my own path. I'm Irish. Yo, 10 likes and I'll kick that child in the face. 10 likes and I'll kick his head off like a 10 likes and I'll kick that kid's stupid face right now. Cause I'm fly like a G6. You know me, guys. But turn around. I was trying to turn the camera back a while ago. I'm just on FaceTime with my friends. Okay, guys, you ready? I do this once a month and I never follow it, but I still try, guys. Okay? I'm still trying. You gotta give it to me, man. I don't give up. Okay, so we're gonna use this and try. Go fuck your mother. Okay. Oh god. I caught you though. I don't have a title on the video, that's why people are scrolling away. They don't know what they're watching. Hate me all you want. Hate me all you want, you stupid cunt. Mother Earth thanks me. Who's draining my life force? Is it you? Was it you that tried to sneak in real quick? Because you thought I wasn't paying attention? Okay. You ready, guys? How to Save Your Life, Part 3. Focus. Mental. Biological. Physical. They're still trying, man. It's not gonna stop. They ain't gonna stop, bro. Party don't stop. Party don't stop. Wait. Can you guys tell me if that harmony is Hawaiian? Morning say dun 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 dun. Is that Hawaiian? Is that Hawaiian? Let me know. What are you doing? The girls are staring at me. I can feel them stealing the energy at me, and then I look over and they're looking at me, using me as a. They're not gonna stop. Cause he was an angel. One patient. Okay, they're gonna keep trying. You know me just being blessed. Fasting. Do we add spiritual to this? Or is that just mental? Physical. Cardio. They're trying really hard. They're trying really hard over there. But it's a good example of why you need to be talking about, because I'm not doing what I'm talking about, and that's why I'm suffering the exact issue I'm going through right now, which is where younger people that go to school and are healthy are able to have the mental fortitude and have enough connection in their brain to take the energy, or at least try to steal my bandwidth and anointing. Okay. Spiritual. I want to see who that character was. Vitamin. Which one was it? Who was stomping? What was that? Walked by and started stomping their feet. Physical cardio. Who the fuck is in my chat? Who are you? Who is this? Who the fuck is this? Okay. So, let's be honest. The world is fucked. People are messed up. I was able to show you guys in this video what's going on with people. And now I'm suddenly blessed to be inspired to give you the solution. People that are convinced I need help, or I might be schizo, or I might need to go in an institution just because I'm a creative person that thinks differently. And I grew up in isolation. So it was normal for me to live back here with no real sense of, like, I don't know how to put it, other than most of my stuff is in Aquarius. So I've done this already. I've shown people already on the video, but nobody's gonna watch this. But maybe in the future, or for whoever's watching, it might be for you. Okay, let's get in the game and focus. The people are leaving after they tried to depress me. The first thing, if you want to save your life and fix your mind, is to understand that your brain, let's draw a little brain, there's a little eye of Horus right there. That's your brain with the pineal gland, and that's the pineal like this. Once this is open, your nervous system, once this is open and you start to channel in presence, which presence looks kind of like the eye of the keyhole. So this is the I am. So you're channeling in all the etheric energy through the I am this, through presence to the moment. Presence to the moment. Once you're present to the moment, you have the I am, and you know how to just be here in the present moment. So it's this constant star flow of energy, this 0 point that you can focus on. Then, once your third eye starts to open, and all of the etheric ties of the energy around you start to come into your hair and your body, you attach it, and it energy attaches to mass, to mass, to cells, to matter. So that's how to get back in. Once you have the I am and the energy's coming through, and you start to channel it back into the present moment so you can focus with a detached perspective to sort of be your, in the movie Get Out when he got kicked out into the back of his mind and somebody else took control? You have to kind of be both. You have to be an observer of your own mind. You have to be in the sunken place and be out of it. That's your moon and your sun. Observe your own mind. So that's the end goal. That's how you know thyself, is that the energy comes through and you're present to the moment with no expectations. No expectation. You're just here. And then you can look around, present to the moment, and just be here. Then, because you're channeling the energy through the I am, through the keyhole, and you know who you are, then you can find the tipping point. Find the point between present and future to consciously co-create, co-create, and have slash make fun slash love. There you go. Then you start bearing fruit and being a contributing to the environment and experience. I don't even think that I don't think a therapist could even get this far. I have a, I have basically a bachelor's degree in this. At this point, I have a bachelor's degree, at least. So in order to get anything you want at all, you need to be here, or else it's not you. You become somebody that's very depressed and very trapped and stuck, and he has no way to take it in except through the heart space, which means that he's probably a very kind person. But because of that, yep. So I tried to help him, then I went back to the monster over there that's possessing everybody. There's a monster in there, a mycelial network demon. It's got him tethered to all of his cells and parasites in there that are controlling, just like this, that black demon on his head right there. So that's called being trapped in the matrix. And because I don't have relationships or responsibilities and I'm not employed by this place, I'm naturally connected to the highest point in the etheric network that you would call kind of the most high. But okay, this guy's nice, so I'm not going to bother him. When they emanate kindness or they do something respectable, they deserve to have a better day. So I do not do anything about. I let them roam free. You understand? But I will go get a straw. Okay. If anybody's in the chat, can you put how to change your life stream? How to change your life, and I'll pin it. Because we're gonna go over a lot of stuff today while I'm here. We're in a transition point. What the fuck are you looking at, bitch? They think I'm funny at least. They're intrigued by me. I don't know if they think I'm like cute or anything, but I keep catching them looking. I know that they're more emotionally in tune than most people. Okay, guys, check it out. Let me zoom it out. How to save your life. So we just got to this point where you have to. The main goal in your life is to be able to be so present to the moment that you're able to drive yourself into a better tomorrow and experience everything as yourself, as the highest form of yourself, where you know yourself and you love yourself. Because if you don't do that, you're at the risk of becoming a constant cycle of other people's, of others' garbage, where you become just a node where you're never yourself and you're always experience things at other people, and they're using you as a node in a spiritual Bitcoin network to just constantly siphon your energy, and they'll destroy your relationships and they'll control you to force you into an even worse trap and guide you into hell, where you're constantly fighting and longing for a better tomorrow and you never find it. Julia, I can't. My phone is cracked on the bottom. I can't see the hi from the whatever. That's not your mama. I can't see what that word is. You've been on my mind. I appreciate it. Right now, because I have, I'm recognized as a teacher by people that have been doing this for like 10 years. Like my opinion, it's funny. I think wasn't the last thing we were talking about was how to help your son with his mental illness, and now I'm literally giving people my teaching right now about it's stuff that you'd have to pay people. So the person that throws the biggest Hollywood parties in Beverly Hills, Owen Cook from RSD, who started. I don't know if you've ever read the book, The Game by Neil Strauss, or if you heard about Mystery, who was the original, like the first guy that pioneered pickup artistry back in the day. He was like, "Hi from the mama. That's not your mama. You've been on my mind." Yeah, I thought you were my mom because you were talking about. That was on my birthday, I think. Like I talked to you about your son for like a long time on my birthday. So I was kind of mad about that, but I was like, maybe they, maybe you needed to hear what I had to say, which was basically like, I don't know exactly who he is, and I don't know exactly what he's going through. I don't know him, so I can't give you an accurate judge about what the right thing to do is. But for the most part, like in my life, Ash and is Radioactive is playing. I'm waking up, singing the chemical. Whoa. So I don't even I'm waking. I don't even want to talk. I want to sing. On a prison bus, this is it, the apocalypse. We'll get to you in a second. Hold up. Waking up, I feel it in my bones. They're using me as a node to bring in all the energy. Welcome to the new age, to the new age, to the new age. This guy tried to attack me, and now the other guy's stopping him. He looks like a turtle. Okay. Radioactive, radioactive, the most loving complaint. Get on my clothes. It's a revolution, I suppose. Reading it, if you're writing. Oh. Yeah, just the advice I give your son is to leave him alone, and then if he's not willing to like, what my mom needs to hear for me at least, what I can speak about is that my mom is always like, how do I help him? And then I give her what I think I need for help, and she refuses. And she will go out of her way doing these mental acrobatics and trying to like attack me emotionally to try to exert her will because she thinks that it's like a control thing where she's too attached. Like my mom has been screaming, "You need help" for 10 years. And I'm always like, "Look, I have all these goals that I need help with. If you help me do what I'm trying to do in life, I won't feel trapped. And then my mental illness is coming from me feeling trapped." But I know that there's a lot of spiritual narcissists and there's a lot of people that like they're coming, that's what the song is about, is that they're trying to understand the new world that we're living in that goes off energy, and they feel like they're more trapped than others because they have a more acute awareness of it without the knowledge or understanding to be able to apply themselves or apply emotional energy. So they become like, they seem like narcissists, and they're always trying to destroy their relationships, which is probably where you get the him saying when he's manic, "You're not my mom." It's because he's trying to sever his relationships because he's trying to free himself. He's trying to shed all this stuff because he feels like he's trapped in this watery, etheric wave of all these relationships. Can we just talk about where we're going before we get lost? The turtle guy staring at me like this before. What he needs to know is detachment, um under, understanding. It's hard for people that, whoever this energy is that's coming through, the only real way to help them is to sit, like I would have to sit with them, which I tried to do for somebody else in the past. She was going to offer me money to basically coach her son, who was in the hospital for a suicide attempt. And she never came back. She went in an RV across the country to go up to the Minnesota where he was, and she never came back to the group chat. I call this the group chat. My fault. Um, but it's like, it's this grounded sense of self that you need to learn in the physical by applying yourself, sort of like Taurus energy, where you have to go out in the woods and like rake leaves and you have to build stuff in the forest independently by yourself. And that process puts you back on earth and allows you to apply the mindset that he has, which is probably a gift. Without that groundedness, that's what's causing him to freak out in all these directions. It's causing him to be uneasy and do this kind of reactivity, this what people would call manic psychosis, is that he doesn't have a way to apply what is a gift. So he needs like a physical creative hobby like building. And the problem that most people have is that they don't have the humility and the stubbornness of mind to hold this focus and actually grow over consistency. So it's like, even though anything you do to try to help them, some people aren't able or aren't ready to build that foundational discipline to be able to work through their mental health issues and keep going and grow from their experiences and learn to individuate into a better character, grow their character, be a better person. That's what I see with most people that are diagnosed schizophrenic, is that they might be smart, they might have this detached standpoint that allows them to perceive reality in a higher level, that lets them be creative and individuals outside of the social system that people would consider weird. And then that because of that, they create like this mental channel of energy into that thing, and then that sort of pops, and then they have a psychotic episode when that thing that they escape into gets so full of light that they have to like freak out to get it out. Who the fuck is this? I hate him. I hate him so much, man. He's a creep. Cops creep, cops crows, crackheads. This guy's a creep. I I have to assume that it's a demonic matrix and that it's in response to my inner world. But that's high level stuff that we don't have to get into. In my theory of everything, I have to assume that he was embodying those characteristics in contrast to what was happening inside. So I got that experience that I don't like because I was pushing through to perfection to give you the right stuff. But as a foundational, let's start with use hands in the dirt, in the dirt. Utilize your mind and apply yourself. Overthinkers need a mental escape, need a mental escape. So all the stuff that they're putting in to divert energy and attention back into the earth. So all these schizos and all these people like this, their main problem is that they're overthinking and they don't have a way. Then they get this high level energy that they don't have the right way to process, or they don't have a way to send it, so they freak out when they should see it as sort of like like a trickle down, like they're getting this bandwidth connection and they need to have outlets to pour that energy into, or they're going to bottle up until they explode, and then they're going to be hospitalized. And personally, I think that those institutions take that energy from them and call it emotional therapy, when really they're just trying to take out that stuff. And then he's like, "Oh, I'm humble, I'm normal again. I'm sorry, I was crazy," when really they stole some spiritual bandwidth from you. So, in order to use that for yourself and not go crazy, you have to have all this stuff. Like a good example is even FusiTube, who FusiTube has kick. He's a multi-millionaire. FusiTube is buff. He's huge, but he's still getting filled up with all this manic light. Whether it's hormonal, whether it's a biological process, or it was like something psychological. Like he had to get his needs met by overexerting himself, and now when he gets comfortable, he feels like he still has to overexert himself, but he has nowhere to do it because he's already got everything he has. So he's in a comfortable life. So that extends himself as being overbearing, overzealous, which is why I feel better when I'm on the ground suffering, because when I go manic, it just means that I can go and do the normal stuff that you guys have to do. When I'm down and depressed, I can spend all my bandwidth fighting the matrix and coming up with solutions that help people, and I figure out a lot of people's problems and and I find a way to solve them, which is what I like to do. It makes me me. It makes me feel good. Okay. Hopefully there was some stuff in that helped people. But what came through is that overthinkers need a mental escape. That most mental illness is solved by getting out of yourself and applying yourself into something. And that's the teaching of Taurus. Like they say, the earth is a school, and that each zodiac has different teachings and different energies for you to master. Part of Taurus is learning about how to escape yourself, to use your hands and use things in the dirt to get out of that big, expansive stuff that makes people freak out. So a lot of alone time in the woods is necessary for him. Now we can get back to this, or whoever was there. Let's see. I mean, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. They're still trying to steal it. I think they already stole it. I think they already stole it. While I wasn't looking. But because I'm already dumping, it's a lot of high bandwidth, which is why they're trying to do all this. When I raise my vibration high enough, I can actually see the tethers in their back going into the sky, like bumper cars. It's controlling them. What the fuck are you looking at, you stupid bitch? Yeah, I don't know him. I don't know him. If I knew him, I could give you like a better thing, but for the most part, when you leave him alone, and I mean like really leave him alone, where you divert, you kind of, it's hard. Because I can see what it's like to like want to give him the love that you have and like want to care for him, but he might see that as overwhelming or overbearing. But then without it, it might be like cold for him. It's hard, man. I feel like I'm everybody's parent. Like everybody that I meet, I have that same feeling for. Like maybe it's the Taurus rising. I don't know. It sort of feels like I'm in this giant garden, and these are all things that I have to that I'm taking care of, like small animals. Like I naturally have that love for everybody. I just don't think about it. I ignore it because they try to hurt me. They're all trapping themselves. They're either trapped unwillingly or they willingly trap themselves. But it's forced me to come up with solutions, and that goes through my roots into the world. Like how most buildings should have gardens on the top with solar panels. Like if there was trees in here, and then on the top there was moss, and there was hanging vines on the side. Once we have building supplies that can withstand nature growing into them, so it doesn't grow into them, but it can grow around it, then when you come in here, it will be like a whole new world, a whole new experience, full of love. Instead of this metal apocalyptic abuse, this guy will not leave me alone. It's hard to be me. Yeah. Another thing that I've learned, another lesson you should take in, is that you can't help anybody else until you help yourself. And that life is this constant evolution of self, learning and growing. That guy turned into a robot, tried to check me, I took the power back, and then he wiped his face, and now he's trying to take it again. So there's something in him trying to take it from me. So he's now in a fight against me. You see him? See him looking? What the fuck is he looking at? I'm just sitting here. I'm just a guy sitting here. It's a spiritual thing. Helping myself by staying away. That sounds dramatic. It sounds obsessive. Yeah, just get a creative hobby. Just do stuff for yourself, man. I don't like the way that that's coming across. It sounds like my mom. Enjoy my speech for today. I wasn't really giving a speech. I'm just here because the Matrix attacked me. I'm in a Matrix attack all day today, since I woke up to now. It's just one of those gauntlet days where I have to apply my wisdom to see if I can move on to the next level, or if I have to be put back and have to go through the cycle again. Three, the big three over there. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. First you nod your head yes, but you wanna say no. What do you mean? Yeah, you don't want me to move, but you tell me to go. What do you mean? Oh yeah. Yeah. For your son, I mean, if you want, eventually I'll probably sell a lanyard or something. I used to have that shirt. That was my favorite shirt at one point. When you say. So everybody needs to fast. Everybody needs to, with fasting, intermittent fasting. Okay, we're gonna dive deep into the biology first. Um, lose fat slash fix metabolism. What are you guys? Which of these guys that are mad? I've activated him because I said something that might be stimulating. I stimulated them. So to do this, losing fat. Okay, yeah, that's better for me. Hold on. Because you're running out of time. What do you mean? Intermittent fasting. What do you mean? Better make up your mind. So let's say 16 hours, no food. 8 hours, small meals. Or only eat like a machine. So if you guys are serious, I'm on FaceTime with my friends. Yeah, I know. I could be reaching to a higher timeline. Better make up your mind. What do you mean? I like singing a lot more than this, but this is important. But I guess I don't really care anymore. But for my aunt, my mom and my aunt are gonna die from overeating at some point. My dad drinks and smokes. You know, with intermittent fasting, you can get into ketosis, which is autophagy. It's basically if you have damaged cells in your body keeping you sick or parasites, when you stop eating, your body will clean out those parasites. Your breath will smell when you hit ketosis, and then once you're in ketosis, it'll start converting your fat to fuel. It'll supercharge your ATP, which is your adrenal triphosphate, which is made by your mitochondria. That's the energy that you feel is called adrenal triphosphate. Supercharge your ATP. So, in order to upgrade yourself and to get back into a place where you're healing and you're getting younger, you need to fast. Your body needs to clean itself. If you're constantly filling yourself up by dumping chips into your mouth and getting fat as hell, it's going to deteriorate you. But if you This is a muscly man. Okay, muscles. So this guy is constantly dumping it in, getting bigger and bigger. His cells that get old and die stay in his body and then go back into his system and just constantly perpetuate, putting more and more garbage, more and more garbage, more and more garbage until his face sinks, he gets bags under the eyes, he gets wrinkles, his hair falls out, and then he dies. This guy, who takes in when he feels like it, maybe like, ooh, a nice drumstick, chicken drumstick with the bone, and he eats that small portion, and then it goes in, and then he eats it, and then all of the damaged cells that would be floating around this guy get taken in and converted back into waste. And the good drumstick comes in and replaces that with healthy stuff, and he has no excess or extra weighing him down, and he has nothing else that's just getting in the gunk and destroying his systems. So when this guy starts to move to this guy through intermittent fasting, which is he leaves 16 hours for the body to eat this, and then for 8 hours he has small, tiny little meals because that trains his body that's used to getting dumped with this overflow, that it knows that it's going to come through in small amounts every 3 hours. It knows to process it quickly, which speeds up his metabolism because it knows it's going to process in small amounts. So that in this 16 hours, it's still continuously processing at the same rate in the same intervals as your meals. So it's going to be cycling yourself faster. And when it doesn't have any food because you're fasting and you don't have any of this to continuously fill up, it's going to look in and see that, oh, I don't have any food like I'm used to. I know that at some point I'm going to have this small meals, but my body's in this go mode. So when it doesn't have this and it's in the go mode, all it can eat is this, all the garbage. So it eats the garbage, and then it gets very good at eating the garbage, which slowly starts to convert it to making positive changes to your body, where the cells sort of evolve to process it quicker and better. So you're slowly becoming a factory for producing very good high level cells, which function very well. And then you do that long enough, you won't even want food. You'll feel sick when you eat food. Like even just looking at the ranch will make you sick because you'll be able to really feel all this stuff. Milky Way down on Earth, but I am up in space. Once you do that, that would take, so only doing this, where you don't exercise at all, and you just do intermittent fasting, ketosis, autophagy, neurogenesis, apoptosis, these small meals. This on its own, you can lose 50 pounds. You can lose 50 pounds in 6 months. That's called synchronicity or serendipity, where the stuff outside of space and time gets reflected in different moments, different experiences on the world, um, where your sort of inner world comes to the outer. So whether you had the thought to do it yesterday, or I'm on FaceTime, whether you had the thought to do it yesterday, or it came through today, it still made its way into your mind, whether it was from somebody in your environment or just directly from source. I'm on FaceTime with my friends. I hate you guys. Fuck you. Fuck you. I hate you. They're fucking staring at me, bro. Why? What about me, man? What about me? Why do people stare at me? I look up and there's everywhere, even if they can't hear me at all, and they're outside 2 blocks down the street. I'll look and there's just somebody staring. I'm like, what's okay? So that's step one, regardless of spiritual beliefs or mental stuff. In order to get this fat out, you need to have, and this is for, I'm sure you guys know this, but you need to be consuming more calories inside than outside. So the calories that's in your body, you need to be eating more of those than you're taking in outside of your body. And that's how you lose weight. And then it gets converted to fat. This guy's so fucking, he's got this snotty attitude as an observer. I'm not going to do it because he's going to get mad. They're looking for a reason to be triggered. But they get in these fights. It's like this social fight where it's, come on, bro. Where I look up and I catch him staring at me. Now he won't stop. He's just staring at me, staring me down. The whole time he won't look away. He's just dead staring at me. Just dead eyes, snotty little expression, trying to socially dominate me or energetically dominate me, trying to pick a fight. Because he thinks it's either an instigation to violence because he's hiding behind the police, or he really doesn't understand that the only thing stopping me from just mauling him right here is the police. He won't stop. He's just staring at me. He won't stop. Whatever. It's okay. I just don't know why it happens everywhere I go, man. Maybe I'm being too loud or something. I'm trying to help people right now. Either way. Yeah, it's a spiritual battle. He's trying to take my bandwidth. Trying to steal my energy. I don't want to sit still, look pretty. You know what you've been told. So we got this. What are you gonna do? How do you like it? Sucks, right? Look at him. He's trying to fight me, but he's trying to play pretend. So his spirit's jumping out at me. That's the twitching. There we go. Now get the fuck out of here. We're gonna see if he comes by and stomps around me rather than go out the other door. You're pretty. Yes. No, I'm doing a lecture right now. It's all good. I'm gonna be talking, bro. I'm gonna be talking. So where we got intermittent fasting. If you have cholesterol, if you have heart problems, if you have problems with leaky gut, cancer, if you have cancer, all of this, the only way to heal that stuff is to put your body into self-cleaning mode so it actually goes in and does it. Otherwise, they're going to have you searching for an external solution that's only solved internally. That's why they're trying to irradiate you with chemotherapy. That's why they're trying to make you take medicine and all this different stuff. It's because they're hiding the fact that all this process is solved internally. It's literally, it's just, it's crazy. Every avenue that I've taken in learning and like learning knowledge or going to school, psychology, biology, economics, music, every single thing that I've learned, it just brings you back to they're trying to hide the Bible's teachings. Like, I'm not religious, but I can tell you that it's obvious that there's a systematic occult hiding of the Bible's teachings. You know what I'm saying? You heard me? Less calories outside. Yeah, so you're taking in less calories outside so that your body will take it from all this damaged stuff that's eating you. So you have parasites in here, you have little worms that are controlling your brain. Get mad, get mad, get mad, eat, get emotional, and then the only thing that can solve that emotion is this external solvent, or what's a good word? Pleasure, external pleasures, external solutions. So the parasites in here are trying to drive you insane so that you look for these external solutions to fill your body with more garbage that feeds the parasites. So fasting, when you stop everything, and this includes like any habit that's not healthy for you, like obsessive thinking, obsessive drinking, overeating, cigarettes, any is designed to keep you in this perpetual state of feeding the demons or the monsters inside you. You have tons and tons. How many cells do you have? It's a cellular thing. We have trillions and trillions of cells, right? So it's a cellular attack. That's why you have this judgmental bitch over here. Mad. She's mad because she's still stuck. How are we feeling? So we have your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind goes in. So the message here is that it's all designed to keep you from going inside and going into your internal and focusing on your inner world. And the only way to get that is by having this dance, this cohesive dance with the outside and the inner world. So when you decide that you're going to fast and you're going to clean out your insides and start to take out these parasites that are driving your nervous system to stimulate your mind into being emotionally reactive, and then doing things to try to put other people into that possession, into that being possessed, so that they go and the things stimulate them, because we know through mycelial networks and electromagnetic signals that it doesn't necessarily have to be completely inside you to start to control you, because we have that 100 monkeys theory, and we have the social status, and we have all these different things where the culture that people are pumping out have that mud in the water, something in the water. So you could be surrounded by people or your family members that aren't helping themselves with this parasitic, like my mom eating all this Ben and Jerry's and my aunt refusing to do the work. Just talking to them, there's a subconscious communication to be more susceptible to the stimulation of the parasites or the demons in the Bible, to force you into looking for these external solutions to solve your internal condition, to become possessed and then lose track of yourself, and then be sort of controlled or guided by the stimulation of these things. So the key when you start fasting is that eventually your body knows, whether it's a test or for whatever reason, your body does know when you start fasting to put yourself back into control. You'll have more control over yourself when you start. You'll start losing weight. You'll start to you'll feel yourself literally like kind of like a sponge takes in all the water. The sponge in your core will sponge out all the toxins in your arms, legs, in your blood, your veins, and you'll feel yourself like leach it all out for calories and then get rid of the waste. And that's what I call taking out the bad. And that's all it is to get you back into using your internal condition as the driving force. Internal condition as the driving force. So that's all you need really. Then you can start to utilize It's a world I wouldn't do. How was that? So now we have the I am, the present to the moment. You can start contributing to the environment. That's how you know thyself, because not only will you be taking out the bad physically, but because of as above, so below, the golden spiral. What's happening in here is happening out here. It's just how far, if you just kept zooming in and zooming in and zooming into this, it'd be the same exact pattern. As above, so below. What's happening in the inner world is happening in the outer world. So, because your mind is allowing yourself to process all this shit and let it stir in here, that's happening in your social relationships, it's happening in your mind, it's happening with your creative passions. Everything you do is a part of the same system. So when you do the work to switch to this inner work, to the internal condition, to better life, that will be reflected in everything else that you do, because it's mental first before it's biological. It's a dance between each other, the inner world and the outer world, as above, so below, as within, so without. So that step one is just to get there, and then you can get to this point. And this will be extremely overwhelming. It'll be really terrifying for most people. Nah, it's the path less traveled. It's the narrow path. It's the thing that people aren't really ready for, which is where you have to create yourself and be in control, or else you become a reactive puppet, just trying to destroy the people that have higher vibrational energy. They see it as a threat. They think it's a threat because they're not used to it, which is why aliens don't show themselves to them, because your mind needs to be in that position that's present to the moment to be able to look without bias or judgment at something outside of yourself, which is why this whole world is to teach you about compassion. Because if you can't look outside yourself, how would you see an alien, which is literally outside of yourself? You have to go through a system where we're all one. All of us are the same. An alien would be outside of all of us, like me. Like me, the Aquarian moon who lives detached in the fifth dimension, whose last name means exalted, which means put away in a higher position. And my name means, I think Casey is more like a title, like a doctor or king or Sue, or like in Ireland they have CU Sue, where they give you have a literal title back in ancient Ireland. If you could tame a dog to love you unconditionally, that was considered the same as a knight. It was like a title worthy of respect. If you could train a dog, um, so I think Casey's more like a title. So then my name would just be Francis, which means free. So if there in the 1133, so if there was anyone to be a bridge or a portal or a gateway to aliens, to be able to reach these people without them freaking out like, oh, I'm gonna die, because they wouldn't be able to perceive something that's that high because they're too afraid, too judgmental. I got angry. I can't. My phone's cracked. I can't read what that says. I just see the thoughts on AD. Okay. So we got we got to how to get out the bad. I'm gonna get to how to add the good in a second. Just send Julia, send some just type something else in to push that chat up so I can see it, because right now it's in the broken part of the screen. I can't wait till I can go outside. Something feels off. Something feels off. Something's puppeting. I have an attacker, a challenger. But let's hope. Hopefully, it's like a mama bear trying to defend the family or something. I'm an empath, man. So I can see when so that people are normal, and then I can see the demonic energy or the darkness come through the channel and take over the front of their consciousness, and that's all they can focus on. And then they try to spew it out at people. Okay, there we go. Thoughts on OMAD? I don't know what that is. What's OMAD? I don't know what that means, Juliet. I don't know. I don't even. I don't think I should be even teaching people this stuff. I don't think I should be even teaching people this stuff. Right? My fault. I just have ADHD. Juliet, let me know what it is. Let me know. Let me know what it is. Let me know what it is. I'm an alien, I think. I think I'm an alien. I don't think I'm human, guys. 1 meal a day. I have this here actually. I have 1 meal a day on here. Um, it's more about getting to know, getting to a level where you can actually and accurately listen to your body to give it what it needs and nothing more, so that you can continue this journey of evolving your genetics by biologically hacking yourself to upgrade your organelles and your cells and your adrenal triphosphate with your mitochondria. And the way to use that is the sunlight. You have to fast until all the garbage is out of your system. Then your skin is a literal solar panel where your mind takes in the body of Christ into your third eye, and then you transfer it down into your spine, your nervous system, down through the Kundalini. Then you come back up with the Kundalini awakening, and then it comes back into your third eye, and then it becomes the flux capacitor from the Back to the Future, where you activate and all that energy is pumping through, and then you literally escape in time outside of this universe into the multiverse, where your inner world literally transcends reality, where you leave all the souls in the room behind and you shift into a different timeline. So these experiences become challenges and levels for you to literally escape into a better life for yourself. So 1 meal a day is a lazy way to do that. All it really is learning what your body actually needs and then giving it what it needs. Like my body does not need this McDonald's. It doesn't need this at all. I'm a good judge that I could probably go 5 days before I'd start to feel hungry. And also we'd use. So you'd shit a lot. People that do ketosis get like diarrhea and shit to get out all the garbage. It's hard. I won't say it's all on me. I would say it's on a lot of things. Julia, I used to be a pickup artist. I used to have like 3 or 4 girlfriends at once. And then lost control of my mind, which is my karma. I'm from Brattleboro. Yeah, serendipity. I was just talking about it too. Are you from Brat? You just moved to Brat. How is it? I'm in. Are you in the group chats? The like the Brattleboro Facebook pages? We're going the there's a lot of us that are in there every day trying to stop people from just hunting down and hurting the homeless people. Like they're getting mad and they're like going on and trying to rally people to go downtown with them. And we have to be like, you've been out of school so long, you have no social idea of what is right and not. You don't even know. That's like Trump brain, like go kill the immigrants. And it's getting. Planet Hank is driving them. It's Hank. You know Planet Hank? Do you know him personally? You're a police officer. Okay. So Hank is he's stirring the pot with them. They get he's kind of the I mean, I said somebody went off and said, you shouldn't be listening to a 50-year-old bald man, and that got him really upset. And he has like 3 different accounts. He was like logging into every account, ha reacting everybody's comments, and I'm like, that's not. You should have something. He needs to be outside of the internet for a while. I think he's gotten too much of his followers. But yeah, Washburn, right? You like him? And Norma's a good. You like Norma? Things are good with her. Okay. I know for like during COVID, it was the police. Everybody was crazy during COVID. I know it's stressful. There was a lot of cops that would go downtown, and there were like my friends of mine that were like 18 that were of color, and they would just follow them home. Like there was a guy patrolling at the co-op, and we lived at South Main, and he would just follow us all the way back to our house. And I don't know why. Like, I don't know what it's like from your perspective, but I think it's getting better. Yeah, well, that's good, man. How do you feel? Last question. I'll leave you alone. How do you feel about Todd Chisholm? You know, Officer Todd Chisholm. But how do you feel about it? Okay. But you know what happened? You heard of it? So he pled guilty, so he admitted it that he groomed a 10-year-old and he raped her from 10 to 16. And Judge Treadwell gave him 30 days. He pled guilty. He said, I did it. I did it for 6 years consistently. And Treadwell gave him 30 days in jail plus 6 years of parole. So a lot of people are really mad about it, and they think he probably pled because they think he's probably part of a group, and that there's like other people that might be state troopers that he's involved with that have also took a 10-year-old in. All I know is he was state police, but he's in southern Vermont. Well, all he's letting go, and then there's also a list of people that he likes to push the trial. So like it happened to me, but it's not just me. Like I had a simple assault. A neighbor bumped into me, but it was on camera that I moved my shoulder like this. So I got the simple assault, which is fine. It's a misdemeanor. But he's made me go back for another 30 days. And I didn't know if that's like he's snarky about it, if that's the right word for it. If he's like an attitude, like I'm gonna teach this kid a lesson by maybe it's the hair. I don't know. Yeah, he's dragging it out for 3 years now for a simple assault, and I just if anything sparked your interest, you wanted to share real quick about like how to deal with that or how to make it better. And I also at some point I'm gonna go down there and start kind of videotaping what it's like to be homeless. I've been traveling backpacking for a long time. Uh, I'm in a lawsuit with Morristown right now because they thought people, and I found out a lot of stuff that they did to other people, and then they found out that I found out, and then I have them like the retaliations. A lot of the stuff like working with community action to give people backpacks with needle boxes. Most of it's like a homeless person that leaves needles on the ground is just one conversation away from not doing it. It's just the people don't know how to that they don't know what to say in conversation. So I'm working on it. Like I want to solve it. All right. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't have anything else. I was gonna tell you like something police that I didn't like, but I'm not gonna ruin your day. You know. All right. All right. I'm doing a lecture right now. I teach people about how to biologically heal themselves to be able to process their mental health issues. Okay, where are we at? Actually, what time is it? No, we have to wait until 2 and go somewhere else. I'm just trying to get back to where we were at. Okay. Oh yeah, we're adding the good. So once your body's clean, once you're in this process of constantly taking in and out, your body will go into a state of people would call it paranoia, but just to realize that where you're going might be wrong. So you go through this transformation process like a phoenix where you rise up again into the better version of yourself. So in order to have that cemented reality with yourself, that cemented energy, so that you don't um, drive yourself crazy, to spend most of the day surrounded by trees and out in the woods because most of the people are still possessed by these parasites, natural sense of self. I just don't want to attack. I'm not trying to be on attack mode. You feel me? So, yeah, we were talking about paranoia. I used to have dreams that God would show me that I'm the wrecking ball. You're all you ever did was. I'm the king of the north. So what? To give yourself positive influences so that when you grow back, you don't have the people that you don't like and you don't want to be around constantly influencing you, kind of disrupting your transformation process. You can process it, which takes about spring to fall of being outside. That's what I would do for my kids, is that you have to spend at least a year outside where you experience a spring and nature is repairing your cells and your DNA. Stuff that boosts the good once you're fasting and parasite cleanse. This is what your brain is made out of. Your brain's made out of DHA, which is a chain of omega-3 fatty acids. You can get that from seafood or you can just get the omega-3 supplement. The multivitamin to supercharge, plus the sun. So with the sun, the seafood, that makes me feel better, man. Hank's one of my ops. All right here. What? So the way that it comes in, and the way that this high energy bandwidth that I'm to get sunlight, let's go to probiotics. It's hard. The level got harder. Man, to be a leader, you have to go through all the tests. I've got my enemies right here. I don't want to say anything that might stimulate him. I don't want to give this guy any keys. But as long as you take omega-3s, multivitamins, and probiotics are the positive bacteria in your gut responsible for creating the hormones and brain chemicals that you need to function. So as you're fasting and doing all this, it'll be emptying your stomach, all of the disgusting shit that's in there. With the probiotics, you'll be stimulating the gut microbiome to consume the rest of the toxins, repair itself, and add more so that you can do more. No, it's bad. It's bad here. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yesterday, that they trespassed from all the different parks. So I had to give him my blanket so he wouldn't freeze to death. You're sad and freaking out, and you need help. You're crying. Thousands of people will laugh at you. Watch, and they all laugh at you. Then they know who you look like. Planet Hank, they already have this negative connotation towards you. And they'll follow them back to their campsite, and then they hurt them. And around here they hunt mine, and then they'll go out missing. I'm seeing the constant influx. I've always asked to stun. I wish he'd stun on these guys like he stunned on me. I wish he'd attack them like he attacked me. Colonizer agenda. An editor, someone that wants to edit my video. And I know how to do that to the officials. The city clerk, the town clerk, the city clerk, the town clerk. But it's okay, man. It sucks. Healing my ops. It sucks. Healing my ops. So my friend that issued me a false charge. That issued me a false charge.
No problem with that, man. Did you smoke all that? Smells like marijuana.
I'm gaining intel.
Yeah, I'll smoke it like 3 p.m. today. And how much do you have here? One glass of wine. Okay. Do you feel impaired at all? Not from marijuana.
Cop jokes. I'm sure they'd love to do a screen interview. But should I?
Yeah.
I feel sick because the only food I have access to is this.
Really casual.
The only food I have access to is this. Man, I have questions for him, man. I want to ask him questions, but I know he's going to go on cop mode and talk to me like I'm a crackhead.
Are you saying it isn't going to help you understand? Okay, so you're wondering what the words mean.
Yeah, and the things I'm trying to do, he's reflecting back to me because they're possessed.
You told me you didn't want to talk to a lawyer. It sounds like something maybe a lawyer would help you with.
Yeah. The questions I have for him, he's saying it in code because
So like we're in
it's a
this battle
spirit.
for like 30 minutes and me reading words.
You feel me?
It's like just because she said she didn't want to speak to her doesn't mean she can't. I was trying to like not
Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go order a second sandwich. I'm gonna be right back.
get my crossbow up. I really should be talking about free warrior that we're willing to call from.